It's Madden NFL 24. And coming up, we'll see Cole Kmet. He's coming off a solid 102-yard game. It's the Bears and the Saints, and it's coming up next on EA Sports.
It is always a celebration here in the city of New Orleans, and we are just outside of the French Quarter at the Superdome. Today, it's a Week 9 matchup. We are all set to go, as it'll be the Chicago Bears taking on the New Orleans Saints. Along with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you look at this Saints team as they enter play. They were winners last time out, so they'll be looking, Charles, to make it 2 in a row.
And what I enjoyed when I watched their game tape and their victory last week is they put it together in every phase. Good offense, good defense, and some key plays on special teams. Let's see if they can get that second win in a row.
Meanwhile, for our visitors, the Bears, they come in really scuffling. Losers of 7 of their last 8 games.
And they've been an underachieving team, but they do have some pretty good pieces in place. Let's see if they can use some of the younger guys and make themselves better.
And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. So here come the Bears to take over on offense behind their third-year quarterback, former Ohio State Buckeye Charles, Justin Fields.
And you and I both know that any win is a good win, and that's what they did last week. But there's also plenty for him to work on in his game, wasn't there?
Yeah.
2 touchdowns, an interception. Yeah, you know, he wants to increase that a little bit in terms of ratio. But first and foremost, they did win the game.
Fields going to throw right away. And this is taken in by Darnell Mooney. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. 19 yards right off the bat, and a quick first down. Fields going to keep it running right. And he's going to take this across the 50 and into Saints territory. 2 yards the gain on the keeper, and it's second down. The Bears had 1-7 now on the year, and they come in really scuffling. Losers of 7 of their last 8 games.
And I like where the management is taking this team now, because the record, not great, we know that. But now they're looking to the future, using the younger players instead of some of the veterans. They want to see how they produce in the cauldron of an NFL season.
3rd and 5. Now it's Fields. There's a short throw. It's caught by Kmet. And it's not going to be enough here. A gain of 4, about 2 feet short of the marker. 4th down. And now a decision here on the opening drive. 4th and very short, this part of the field. What do you think they do, CD?
I think you go for it. I think there's a lot of game left to be played. I like the advantage that they're trying to create here early. I say be aggressive and try and get it done.
And he's going to get this inside the 30. How about them biting off 15 yards there on the 4th down attempt and keeping the drive alive? Montgomery back to the ground. Shifts by him. And only a yard this time as he's taken down right around the 26. The numbers on the ground for Montgomery in last week's affair. 17 carries, 57 yards, and a touchdown as well.
Not a horrendous week last week running the ball, but definitely room for improvement for their numbers. No doubt they made some slight adjustments to how they're going to call plays this week in hopes they can kick those numbers up a notch.
Now 2nd and 9. To throw is Fields. Buying time to his left. And he will not throw it away. He goes out of bounds, well shy of the line of scrimmage, so that's a sack. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up 3rd down. They need a crafty play call here. 14 yards is what they need to try to convert this thing. Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete.
You get a sense of what this game plan might be. They think they can take a few home run shots against this defense. They tried it there in the opening drive, but that ball's incomplete.
Santos' kick is up and through. So that, Charles, a season long right there.
And you know who's really excited about that? The special teams coordinator, because he's the one who has to tell the head coach in pregame, This is where we trust him from. This distance, he can hit it, and he repaid that trust by knocking that one right through.
After the made field goal, Santos back out there to kick it away. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback. So here come the Saints to take over for the first time. And here's the new man under center after 9 seasons as a Raider. Derek Carr is the guy.
That was a solid performance last week, wasn't it? 2 touchdowns, no interceptions, ran the team well, won the ball game. Bottom line, may not have been earth-shattering, but it didn't need to be.
Carr going to lead the Saints up here 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Meanwhile, Carr's throw complete there to Thomas. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. That one good for 10 yards. And that'll leave him with a second and just a few inches left. Play action. Now it's Carr.
Into a sea of defenders and intercepted.
And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line.
So a first interception thrown for him there, and that really not the best decision either.
Not at all, and that's something he did not do in their victory last week. No interceptions in that game, but this defense, they're able to take advantage of an early mistake. Now let's see if they're going to turn it into points.
Meanwhile, Fields throw here into the hands of Moore. And he's going to be taken down right at the 10-yard line. So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
First down, here's the run with Montgomery. And he gets halfway home from the 10 to the 5 on a pickup of 5.
And that's exactly what you want on a first down run. Pick up 5 yards, bring up 2nd and 5. The defensive line, though, they've got to figure out a way to out-leverage the guys up front because the offensive line is winning at the point of attack.
And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down.
3rd down and 1.
They'll run it. Here's Montgomery. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Chicago.
David Montgomery, his 3rd rushing touchdown of the year,
as his guys are able to extend their lead.
Well, they decided to run it in and got it done on 3rd and goal. A lot of times, that's a passing play.
And the kicker, this has to come out for the PAT. He can breathe the sigh of relief as well, right?
Although I don't know if he's really breathing a sigh of relief. I think he likes to put 3 points on his ledger.
Cairo Santos on to try the extra point. He's got it, and now it's a 10-0 lead here in the opening quarter. So that drive, 4 plays. And it was David Montgomery's touchdown run that polished it all off.
So an early 10-0 lead for him now as they kick it away.
And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense.
Charles, it's kind of gut check time. Look, I know it's early, first quarter, just their 2nd drive of the game, but they've already thrown the interception, given up the score. You're down double digits. They got to figure out something and pretty quickly here.
No doubt about it. And when we look at that sideline, I'm sure you're observing the same thing I am. I don't like the body language at all. They look like they're in a state of stunned disbelief. So to me, we always talk about someone stepping up and making a big play. I think it would behoove them if multiple guys step up and make big plays right now. They need something positive to happen, and they need for it to happen now.
So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. To throw, it's Carr.
A short throw pulled in by Kincaid.
So the completion results there in 9 yards. And it'll bring up a 2nd and short.
He's a rookie, and you don't want to get hung up on the word potential. But when you see him make catches like that, you keep thinking to yourself, he's good now. he's got a chance to be great with plenty of work.
Carr completes it. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
That was a route run, not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
He lets it go deep for Olave. And he overshot him there. It's out of bounds, incomplete.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try and pick up another first down.
Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well.
The coverage keyed in on him since that last completion his way. He earned a little more attention on that route, and that made it a lot tougher to get a clean throw his way.
They fake the handoff. Now Carr. And he'll go down. The Bears get there for the sack. And the defense coming through on third down. A loss of 7 to bring up 4th.
We've watched this a long time, and I still don't believe we get it. 3rd and long, why are you calling play action?
Yeah, because they're not going to bite defensively, right?
No, not at all. I did have a coach explain to me years ago that for some teams, that's how they have to deal with pass protection and their line blocking, but to me it seems silly.
Yeah, well, they're silly, and it leads to a play action sack. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field.
1-7 their record here at the midway point of the season, and right now this organization, more than likely, if you look at it, CD, probably in for a rough second half of the season.
Well, we've seen teams turn things around in other places. I mean, we've seen 1-7 first halves turn into 5-3 second halves, but with this squad, I think these guys aren't playing to get into the playoffs. They're playing for their jobs. So's the coaching staff. They're coaching for theirs. Front office trying to keep theirs. The heat is on from all directions. And what's interesting is a lot of these guys are playing for jobs and trying to keep their positions. It might be just in the league in some other spot.
The catch and run there, good for 16 and a first.
No jump, ready?
They'll try the middle with Montgomery.
And this will be a Bears first down as he's got this past the 35 to about the 37.
When he runs, he seems to do a nice job of knowing when to be patient and find the hole, and then when the hole is there, he goes quickly.
You're exactly right. He knows how to just take off, but you know what else? Brings a little thump with him, doesn't he?
He does.
He packs the boom at the end of the run and finishes it going forward. That's what you want to see out of your backs.
That good for 21 yards on the catch and run. So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 43.
Fields throw there, complete to Mooney.
So the completion good for 6 yards, and it'll be second down.
Here we go.
We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. 10-0 our score.
Here we go.
This 2nd and 4. Out of the gun, Fields. There's Mooney with another catch. And Mooney going to have a Bears first down as he'll get this down to the 30-yard line.
That good for 6 as they keep this drive right on rolling. So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Fields now to throw.
He's going to rifle one deep left side. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, there was not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
Meanwhile, Fields' throw complete here to Kmet.
And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds.
Here we go.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Fields throwing again.
That is caught at the 7.
And the Bears are going to be looking at 1st and goal as they move this down to the 4-yard line.
Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo.
Now Fields.
He's got it. Nice job defensively to hold him to 4, and now it's 2nd and goal.
Oh, hurry up, hurry up, hurry up.
Here's Fields. Open man, he finds Kmet. Touchdown, Chicago.
A great effort there. His 4th touchdown on the year.
And the Bears go coast to coast and finish the drive off with 6 points.
Santos with the extra point, and that makes our score 17-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback.
The Saints offense going to head out now late in this first half. I don't think they need to be reminded of the situation here. I mean, the clock is dwindling. 3-score deficit waiting for them at halftime unless they can get something on the board here before intermission.
And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 28-yard line.
The final shot here before half for Carr.
Throw left side to Kincaid.
And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach.
Okay, all right, Brandon, thank you very much. Hi again, everyone. Let's get you caught up with what's going on around the NFL as we are officially into the second half of the season. In that first half, it was David Montgomery who proved to be tough to stop. He had a touchdown run that helped get his guys this halftime lead. This was an extremely one-sided first half. One team showed up ready to go. The other's been in a daze thus far, but there's still plenty of time left for this one to tighten up significantly.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. A very one-sided first half, 17-0 our score as we get going in quarter number 3.
No run back here to begin the half, and we will start at the 25-yard line. Now the Saints going to take over on offense to begin this third quarter. And you have to think, Charles, down 3 scores already. They need to play an almost perfect second half to have a solid chance.
And that absolutely starts with finding some way to put together a touchdown drive here. They need to be smart, fast, efficient, get the ball into the end zone, and do it again multiple times in order to have a chance to win this game.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. They'll pound it up the middle with Kamara. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage.
Throwing his Carr on 3rd down.
Able to find the open man. That's complete.
And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. That's a gain of nearly 40 yards on 3rd and medium to pick up the first. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. On play action, now Carr. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Now Carr again. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
So Carr will exit stage right and on his Lutz for the Saints field goal.
From the left hash, it's an even 50-yard attempt. The kick by Lutz is good. And they're on the board at least here. It's now 17-3. So a good drive there to begin quarter number 3, but they're only able to shave 3 points off the lead.
Well, something's better than nothing, all right? They didn't play particularly well in the first half, but they definitely need him to step on the accelerator now and play a whole lot better.
Khalil Herbert to return it from his end zone. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23.
So here are the Bears to take over on offense. They were victorious over the Chargers last week, and now they work with a lead again here as they come up 1st and 10.
Back to throw. Fields. He's got the connection to Moore.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
He takes this for 3 to the 29.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense, and guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature and make sure you don't get hurt.
Calling a gain of 3 on the play, and that's going to bring up a 4th down. Running for it, Montgomery. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first. They only needed a few inches, but still some anxious moments there, but they do convert on 4th. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down.
On the option right is Fields.
And holding it may be the wrong decision as he stopped in the backfield. So their task a little bit more difficult now. 2nd and 13 that they're walking up on.
Now Fields going to move him around.
On 2nd down, Montgomery. And some room to roam now. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds.
44 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
This will be play number 7 on the drive. 3rd and a yard. They'll keep pounding here with Montgomery. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. 14 yards in a Chicago 1st down. Final minute now of the 3rd quarter. Now a give running right is Montgomery.
Down to the 42, 2nd down.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now here live in New Orleans. It's Bears football here. They also have the lead as well as we begin quarter number 4. A give to Montgomery out of the gun. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Give him a gain of 5 on the completion. And this will wind up being a 3rd and 3.
Here's Fields. Pass taken in by his big tight end.
And he takes it inside the 10 to the 8 before he's out of bounds. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal. They'll run with Montgomery. And they'll get this from the 8 to the 5. Pickup of 3.
That's good power football on 1st and goal. A lot of teams will throw from there, but that's a nice job to chew up a few more yards and get yourself closer to the goal line.
They try again with Montgomery. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. Call it a gain of a yard as they get a little bit closer here. It's 3rd and goal.
Fields.
Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. So it's been a long drive. They've held the ball for quite a while. Now what do you do here?
Well, to me, at this stage after this drive, this close to the goal line, 3 points would be a letdown. I'm going for it here.
So that almost certainly the final piece to this puzzle, a 3-score lead. I don't think there's any coming back from there.
But, you know, normally I'd get on you for giving up on the game right here, but I do think you're right in this case. This late in the game, 2 scores is tough enough. 3, I'm with you. That seems out of the question.
And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. Out onto the field comes New Orleans.
Well, it's been a struggle so far for this offense, Charles. It's not only that they haven't been able to put the points up, but really stringing yards together has been a real issue for them in this one.
I'm so glad you brought up the yardage because I was thinking to myself, we've seen a lot of NFL games and we've seen our share of lopsided contests, but in almost all of them, both offenses have put up at least 200 yards in a game, but not in this one. This has been a display of offense that, frankly, I think the two of us have watched from behind our hands, trying to spread our fingers wide enough to actually see the result.
And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. On play action, it's Carr.
And that went to the right side and incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
Back to the air on 2nd down. It's Carr. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Smith. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Carr now on 1st down. Out of the backfield, that's complete to Kamara. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. And they're going to hurry back to the line now. Carr to throw again.
Alvin Kamara reeling it in on back-to-back plays.
And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Into the red zone, it's Carr. Touchdown, Saints. Michael Thomas from 17 yards out.
And the Saints are finally into the end zone here in this 4th quarter.
Lutz good on the extra point, and the lead is trimmed down to 10. 2 scores down, 3 timeouts left. Still a chance if they can somehow get this one back. And the Bears hands team able to pounce on it and get the football. Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we've brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
A play fake, now Fields to throw. He'll fire deep, looking for more.
Got his man, and it's caught for a Chicago touchdown. DJ Moore, 39 yards.
And the Bears are an extra point away from making this a 3-score game.
Now the point after try for Santos. And that'll make this a 3-score game as the lead moves to 17. The long touchdown pass gets them 6 on a very, very tidy 2-play drive that time. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away.
From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result had he opted for the touchback.
The Saints coming out now to take the field.
Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
Now it's Kamara in the passing game, and he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. Now they got to get to the line quickly. Carr to throw on second down.
To the sideline and incomplete.
At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense, they're just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they've blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
Now a shot taken on third down, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
Looks like they're going to keep throwing till the bitter end. This one's long since over, but give them credit. They're going to go down fighting. That one, incomplete.
Now Carr, got to have this one. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Bears will get the football back. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all three timeouts, but oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And that is caught. Touchdown, Bears. DJ Moore with his second touchdown of the game and fifth on the year. And the Bears are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. I suppose it wasn't out of the realm of possibility that we could have seen a comeback, but that touchdown should put any hopes of a comeback out of reach. It's been a really quality effort for them here in this one.
And no matter what else you think, you have to admire the initiative to finish things off their way. Don't leave anything to chance, no matter how small the odds of a comeback were. Send it home with a touchdown and get to celebrating.
Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away.
And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25. The New Orleans offense set to take over.
They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. Carr try it again on second down.
Tough series for the passing game. Things just aren't clicking. Hoping they can come through on this play and get this series back on track with a completion for enough yardage for a first down.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Now a play fake. Carr.
Traquan Smith.
And finally marked down at the 42-yard line. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go in the game. Play action. Now it's Carr.
That one almost intercepted, but it's incomplete. Not a good throw there, and it'll be second down.
Now Carr.
And that is caught downfield by Thomas.
Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this 4th quarter of play. Throwing on first down is Carr.
Now throw right side here, going to be incomplete.
And their back's up against the wall a little bit, and they come through by forcing an incompletion. Now they've got to continue to ratchet up the intensity a couple of more times and get off the field before giving up any more yardage.
Shotgun now for Carr.
Oh, and that is incomplete.
Even with such a big lead late, the effort hasn't lapsed one bit. If the offense wants to score some points in this one, they're going to have to earn it. These guys are not giving up anything.
Now Carr. That is caught. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. And with just inside of 10 seconds to go, they'll burn their final timeout. 9 seconds left. Again, they'll throw with Carr. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
Great coverage down in the end zone. He's scanning the field, looking. No one ever came open. So in the end, he makes the best decision and just fires.
That is caught by Olave. Touchdown, New Orleans.
2 yards on the touchdown there.
And the Saints get a bit closer.
One final try now for Carr. That's caught. And he will not make it to the goal line. The defense holds him here. And this is still a 3-score game as the lead remains 18. The ball upright on the tee, and the Saints kick team booms it away. And that one bounces out of the back of the end zone, so we'll start the drive at the 25 on the touchback. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. That one looks like he'll throw here. He's got a man, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield.
But Charles, you think about this victory, pretty impressive. They came in facing one of the top defenses in the National Football League. Not only did they get the win, they played a clean football game, didn't have any turnovers against that great defense.
Yeah, it's a terrific observation because you know they emphasize ball security, wanted to avoid making any major mistakes playing against that tough defense, and they were turnover free